In back-to-back Scar hardpoints, or pretty Colossus hardpoints that they played, they need to get the SMGs going early, because once they start getting rolling, they are hard to stop. And so far, it's just kind of a neutral affair over the top of P1, not to be unexpected considering how this hill is laid out. But the better news here for Riyadh, with 15 seconds left to fight, is that they got some good control over mid to at least influence what happens over towards P2 coming up next.
Yeah, and they're dominating the kill feed as well. So free rotation over towards the money hill at P2. And in this game, if you allow them to chain early hard points together, the second half is so much more difficult because you have trophy systems in your setup now. But already off to a perfect start is going to be the Falcons, extend on 3 in a row. Just something about this Falcons lineup, when they're either running 3 subs or 3 ARs, they can slay with the best of them, and they're showing it now.
Yeah, that 3 AR setup has looked like some Christmas magic, to be sure. But here comes the break attempt now for Boston, as Cammy and Nasty will open things up. Snoopy to foul, and the SMGs can get onto the hard point. Beyond that, Purge will actually find exit to
find a very difficult break on a very difficult hill.
Yeah, and you can see the setup right now for Boston, mostly focused on what's coming through the middle of the map. Purge unsure of where the rotation on the exit from Old is coming through, but Cammy's got an idea. Finessed out by Cell, and that's going to be an opportunity for Kismet to possibly pinch this from the front. Nasty will drop. Opportunity here for Riyadh to jump into the hard point and really supplant them, but Snoopy comes forward, delivers some coal at point-blank range, but Celium will respond, exit to follow up, and Falcons will have a chance to continue rotating over to our next money hill, and we've seen a lot since this hard point has changed in the last 2 weeks. This hard point become extremely vital towards either blowing the game out of proportions or keeping it tight, depending on what stage of the game that we're in. Kismet fighting for spawns. Good opener on the first. Doesn't know where Nasty's at. That's enough to likely block the spawns a little while longer. Xnid's looking for the shutdown and will eventually be able to confirm it right as the Falcons are off the respawn.
Now Falcons only down by 20, have everything cleared out towards the backside. Not going to
work some of these timings together. That told, though, on the rotation to New, Boston will shut down the middle of the map and get them in for some needed time to get us back to a level game.
Yeah, that's a quick break there from Boston. You fly out, you win your trade fights, and now you're dominating that mid-map control. Falcons need to find a way on in. You're looking for the opening kill, but you can't find anything. Snoopy's just going back and forth between mid-map, between long alley, and just gunning them to shreds. 3 dead in the feed. Boston still whole.
It's kind of evaluating that first set of hills, Jay. Pretty 50-50 battle to this point.
No, definitely a 50-50 battle, especially when you're going 50-50 at the money hill at P3. Both teams are not willing enough to give up any time there, but now trophy systems come into play on this second half. Boston have a 40-point lead. They're lighting up the kill feed again, just dominating that mid-map pressure. Now you're forcing Falcons to work that OE. Boston are running up the score. Let's go to a listening with this squad in green.
He's going all long. He's behind the barrels of time. Play kills. Absolute line. I'm coming left with you. Yeah, he could be our top.
Now it's a battle off the rotation. You have Boston surrounded in towards P3. You need attack. You need a stun or a nade to potentially find an opening. While you have Celium working on this pinch through the front window. There goes next with the start.
Looking solids for Snoopy to at least battle back. Falcons trying to chase corner this Boston attack, but not quite able to fully find every single member. Nasty looking for the 1v1. Tough battle from this position, but his teammates are spawning close. We can keep finessing, keep getting the breach involved. Exit from the top window, still able to contest. Back and forth it goes. Just one by one, they come through the windows until finally the Falcons are able to get back in again.
Now Pred just needs to stall time for his team
quickly. So now you've got Riyadh on the back foot. Kismet trying to save the back spawns. Does well to find Purge. Battle inside the hard point also won. Here comes the next push from the breach, though, all the way on the outside of the map. Full focus from the Falcons over here, and they still get Kismet to spawn up in place. Now it's just down to the 4v4 for the break.
Yeah, and this is a very crucial moment here for Boston, because if you don't get this break, you don't really have another opportunity to hit it. Both players working around the back get shut down. Snoopy trying to take care of everyone by himself. He's able to locate 3, but not the 4th. So Spawn allowed them all this 60.
And there's the lead swap. Pred still holding in a corner, able to find one, but not the second. Boston with a couple of kills, but Kismet up top. Oh! 1v1 for the last bit of scrap time goes the way to Celium. Only 5 seconds will remain. Back up to try to find this, and he does catch it perfectly. Cammy from the front gets one. It's actually down towards third. He's able to jump up and find a second, so that'll clear out the hard point. Cell left essentially by himself in window. Exit trying to clear out the hill, not really able to do much besides find the first kill. Enough damage to allow Celium to move forward, but we stay neutral. Back and forth we go. Back over the top once more as Cammy tries to finish off the final Falcons member, but doesn't get a good look. 20 seconds, neither team can win here, and Boston's already on rotation to set things up towards New.
Yeah, it's going to be all about the fight at P2. But you want to make sure that you're trying to maintain as much as you possibly can still around that mid-map control. But it's Big Xnid making big plays off the rotation. Whips out the AR to find the opening double. Now you have the numbers. You just got to trade out the last two. But Snoopy trying to give his team a lifeline.
Gets a little bit of damage in, but doesn't expect that 2 members to the Falcons are here. But is it enough for Purge to come through and finish things off? Yes, it is. Boston will...
You're not going to be able to reprep. Working through the mid-coda, are you? Snoopy and Cammy are prepared for it. Snoopy makes it happen again. You can still close it out. One more wave of kills, and Boston take map 1.
Snoopy came up a little bit short on that final Colossus hardpoint. Here he is providing on 4 in a row. 244 to 233. Riyadh has to contest. They need to find a way to break this because you got to keep in mind that P3 still on the way, but Snoopy's not. Oh! Ouch! The pistol has Xnid low. Last 2 seconds. Will drop it mid.
Yeah, it's a big nade there. Find that first blood onto Pred. You saw Boston's approach here was just spread the map out. Slow and steady wins the race. See what is going to be thrown at us, but nades get thrown at you for first blood, and now it's Nasty left in a 1v3. Every player from Falcons rallying over towards playing. They're not going to give him a chance at this one out.
Nah, no chance. And this feels like, again, another in a long line of Nasty 1v3 moments. I feel like every time we're on board with Nasty, he's looking at a 1v3. Just catches a little bit of time. Got to get it clean. Takes us down to a 1v2. Time is going to be a bit of an opponent here, though, for him, as he still needs to collect the bomb and plant. And will work his way back across mid, collects the bomb. Xnid not aware of this at the moment, but should be in a position to check the bomb here right before we get to around 5 seconds.
Think that they have him trapped now? They think they have him trapped. They say no chance. 5 seconds, all you got to do is plant it. He should be able to potentially get this down and get out. For Purge, unless Selim was able to get the info and get the kill. If you were Purge there, you throw that shoulder, you're obviously able to trap them on that side of the map, but you have to value your life. Now you give an exit to the Falcons. You're forcing teammates now to make sure that the bomb plant doesn't go down at A. But Falcons can keep your head on a swivel now. They can go anywhere. Yeah, and they should know Nasty's playing up top at Broken. So you have to be a little bit cautious trying to rewrap this back through B. But look at the space that Kismet's already been able to take away. Now it's on to Nasty. Can he hit the shot? Misses the first. Aware that he's under threat. Sees the toes of one, but can't do anything about it. Selim shuts him down, and the bomb gets planted. Oh, and the guy's already out of dodge. Snoopy's like, where the hell did the bomb carrier just go? But thankfully, he walks right into my lap. Cammy trying to make up for it. Big one-on-one gunfight. He is going to fall. Now Snoopy left in a 1v3. Easy read there from Pred to catch play. So let's see how they go into this next offense. After those opening nades through mid is where first blood had come through. This time it's stuns to lead things off. A couple of shots from Selim over the top of P1, but Purge is there to respond. Snoopy gets the read onto Kismet, and the first 2 kills go the way of Boston. Yeah, this time Boston said, all right, we're not going to allow you guys to take space away from us. We're going to be the aggressors this round. Purge strikes for the first blood. Snoopy keeps his teammate alive. 4v2. Let's get the bomb down at A. Doesn't even matter if Falcons have the info. Man up advantage. This is going to be very difficult, and Purge already finds his second. Boston still kind of set up on that opening defensive look that they had from their first attempt, kind of stacking over towards plain side. But once again, the nades from the Falcons connect. That's top staircase. And that can mean that all of your focus can just go down towards what happens over the top of the bomb. And if there's anyone over at Broken, things are looking decent for an opportunity to plant. But once more, you got Nasty trying to force her out. Not going to work. And we're all focused back over to the top of the bomb site as Kismet pops over for one. And all the shots on the Purge. Whoa, saucy. It's been really, really good, especially this weekend. Snoopy going to be under some pressure here. Cannot find the first. Kismet getting aggressive with Pred and Selim there for support. Late stuns to make sure there are no trades out of the Boston camp. Now has the bomb down in a very bad spot. And an opportunity for Riyadh to just kind of split, separate the map, and put pressure all over the place. Yeah, that's already 30 seconds gone. Pred instantly is able to find that second kill as well onto Cammy. So in a 4v2, bomb being down over towards Motel, you gotta try to work your way through the middle of the map. Looking for timing is gonna be Mr. Purge, but the wall bang's good enough. Nasty, oh, what do you know, Al? Another 1v something situation. Yeah, one of many.
Gets the first two really cleanly. So here we go. Now down to the 1v2. 33 seconds. May get an isolation here onto Kismet. He snuck around the back. Kismet doesn't see him initially. A couple of shots up top. Nasty forced hit the gunfight, but with nowhere to go. If he gets this Hellstorm, that may just put this map out of question. A little bit of pressure established, though, as Boston stacks up the defense on the A side of the map, exchanges the opening first blood for a 3v3 early.
I thought selling would have been a lot quicker on this play. When you get the info that they're basically bombarding their way over towards A, but even if there's 3 players, one could potentially be sitting towards top green. So still the 3v3, 55 seconds to go. MC's able to get some information onto at least one player, but you see that bomb slowly edging its way on up. I think if Kismet gets his bomb down, he might earn himself that Hellstorm.
Yeah, he'll be really close to it, if not fully earning it, as Boston's going to try for a rewrap across the entirety of the map. Is that enough score for Kismet to get it? No, not quite. So now Pred caught just behind the Boston reflank. And he hasn't seen any of it. Oh, goodness. Now Kismet coming back to the play. That's enough for the Hellstorm, plus his 7th in a row. And then, oh, yeah. And that should be a bit of a dagger, whether it's in this round or the next. Your choice. Might not even need it. Celium's already found first blood. I was wall bang onto Purge down the B side of the map. Oh, and Kismet in this corner should be good for one, but Snoopy predicts it. He's the master of that corner after all. And that turns us into a 3v3 with no Hellstorm on the table here and a chance for Boston to extend the map.
You're going to try to get this bomb down. One player next to working on the late pitch, and Pred strikes at the right time. Has that second player one.
Boston member still alive in the middle of the map, and that is a heck of a start for the Falcons. They clean up mid. They've got Kismet on a route, and they just need to deal with Cammy before they can possibly grab the EMP and take advantage of that position.
Oh, but off the respawn, Nasty head on a swivel, knows, okay, I just want a little bit out of the play at that A site. Someone has to be pushed up on it. Wins the one-on-one versus Kismet. Now you slow down the play core here for the Falcons. You're trying to trap them in over towards long, but neither team trying to budge. The first kill is so big in a game mode like Overload, and it's Predator strikes first.
But Snoopy clears out one player at mid. Purge still playing a bit of a ratty corner, but shut down by Pred. Now you can get on your horse, make your move over. Snoopy able to get some damage, but can't stop Cell. Still finds the kill with the pick. Slows down Boston just a touch. It looks like the Breacher is trying to get a read on where the Falcons are before they make their next move.
That's a big nade, though. Now you just need to find a couple more kills. Thankfully, a lead blocker is Snoopy. But on the opposite side, no one is able to run that EMP. So Snoopy's going to have his hands full here. How much more can he get done behind enemy lines? Just trying to be the cutoff man. Is only able to take down one. It's going to be a 3v2 potentially for the Cat. Nasty watching the cross, and Boston with the patient plays high the game.
Yeah, that's huge from Nasty. Just not giving up this position, continuing to make the Falcons.
And just force him to be uncomfortable in the back of their spawn, but Kismet is able to get on out. Snoopy Hill's trying to still contest it, but he's going to get chopped away. And now Falcons have control of the EMP, starting to take some space over towards Dirt, but Purge not going to make it easy for him.
Yeah, trying to follow up on the damage he had found, does get punished. And the Falcons are going to take a second to reposition and flip the map around just a touch, showing some pressure through mid, with the EMP just kind of dancing between the jump spots towards A and up the middle of the map. Opportunity for exit. Thames away with 2. Pistol out for Pred, trying to get that last kill to open up a chance at B, but he's shut down, and we'll have the Falcons resetting.
Falcons going to reset, but if no one touched the EMP, it's going to spawn only on the opposite side of the map. Kismet is aware of that. Now you got exit working on the pinch. He was a little bit too aggressive in that moment, thought that he found an opening, but Cammy was prepared for that flank. Another play gets shut down by great defensive hold there.
As Cammy gets the kill. Stun goes toss his direction, and now Snoopy's the player trying to get through the pitch. Not going to happen. Objective taken, though. EMP now making its way over for Boston towards A, but the kills of the Falcons just a touch too good. Celium shuts down the carrier. Nasty by himself. Good second. And he's got help in the middle of the map. He can actually get off the regen here with a little bit of help. They know Kismet's playing at mid, and here come Boston on the attack.
And you can already see it. Purge is taking space over towards B, so let's not contest them anymore at that A point. Let's wrap it back. Purge A has to get a couple. Lines up the first, puts a couple shots in towards Kismet, and he should be here potentially for the goal line. Stands, but Nasty with the pistol wins the big one-on-one. Boston up by 1 now.
Right at the buzzer. Still an opportunity, though, for possible extension of this half. If the Falcons can clear and grab the EMP, they will do just that, but Nasty puts it right back on the ground. Another pickup comes through. Kismet, though, has to drop it immediately, and there's no extended alleyways around the midpoint. Pred working on clearing that out. Good for one. Nice snap to Cammy for a second. And now a chance for the Falcons to grab and go.
Yeah, where are they going to take the EMP? It looks like they're going to rotate it back over towards B, but Nasty is ready and waiting. Finds the opening kill. Now you're going to slow down the approach here for the Falcons. But they aren't even worried about that side of the map. You're already taking space. If you're Kismet over towards A, you're setting up the pinch, trying to line up a double. The pistol good enough for the second. But now it's on Pred. He should be able to get this one for free. Tie game.
Yeah, Boston already rotating over towards the new location.
Get that pinch, dude. You have a ring pinch?
Yeah.
They're gonna wrap back. They're wrapping back.
Yeah, go to the look. Oh shit! He's back up, come.
I left.
Can they pinch? You right back.
I left.
I have on the right. The ball's going left.
I left.
Pushing out low tower. Nothing tower, guys.
Yeah, that could be wrong.
Two. Three. I think I thought three.
I'm holding, guys.
Help
me. I need help.
Yeah, top solid. One shot.
Say hey, bro. There's three here, guys.
Yeah, one more.
Go. Shift. It's right now.
Have an opportunity to tie the game, but they just get shut down in their first two fights. Now Cammy on the pinch, making big plays, taking space away. Kismet trying to work his way back into the mix. He's able to line up a double, gives his team another lifeline.
Well, here we go. Here for a score. Trying to find the kill beforehand. It was Purge. He got damage. Yeah, sure did. Snoopy there to follow up on Purge's damage. Not just once, but twice. Clean stuff is Snoopy. Able to clean everything up. Cammy right behind it. Cell stuck in a little bit of no man's land as Purge is there to try to follow. And we're going to be stuck at a 3-2 score at the reset.
And now Boston. The score. Oh! It's big plays. Big plays there from Nasty. Nasty is making big time plays again, finds himself in the moment. Ready for the crossfire. Now you have the time of possession, just keeping them away from it, but a reset is going to come in. You're going to allow Falcons one more opportunity to get this done. You got Pred working on the pinch. Finds the opening through top window. Celium taking space over towards her. Already finds kill number 2. Here comes Pred on the pinch. Can he locate Nasty? He does. Ball is now running. EMP trying to tie the game up and force overtime, and Pred, the Predator, leads to a clean 4 dead. Here comes the Sun trying to tie the game up and force overtime, and Pred, the Predator, leads to a clean 4 dead. Here comes the sudden death. They have the map control to run it again.
All right, well, we got Boston stretching up the top side of the map. Every kill matters at this point. The device will spawn up, but does that make a difference as the Falcons have a 4v3? Boston trying to find Exton, shut down to the first. Oh, they can't get the trade either. And so it's on Snoopy. The 1v4 situation, and the Falcons are just gonna bunker down and play it as a team of 4.
What? I'm grabbing this rock and I'm gonna go score it at B. It's a 1v4. The round can already be done. Snoopy needs to stop them from scoring, and the Falcons is only able to take down 1. Gives the comm to his teammates in Boston. Now get a break that they desperately needed.
Well, Snoopy off 3, off the regen. On top of that is Nasty.
Rotation is won right now by the Falcons. Final 5 seconds here. For the Falcons, you're able to clear your way out of top man. Pred, Celium, and Exit already combining for 3. So fully set up now to dominate this P2. You don't have any trophy systems to work with, so the nades need to be felt if you are Boston from the front side. But Nasty is trying to hold the outer angle, hoping that his SMGs can open up a lane. Here comes Snoopy flying on in, but he gets taken care of. Pred, the cleanup man, lines up a double, and there's no need to eagle chow onto Cammy because you shut down their first push, and they're already dominating on the setup for potentially a full 60. Now you allow your teammates to just fill the gaps, run up that score line a little bit more, someone pick up the pinch, but here comes Boston from every angle.
Okay, Kismet in some trouble here, down to 40 HP, still puts damage down to help Celium get 2. Oh my goodness, where has this Falcons team come from all of a sudden? This is not even close to what we saw in the opening weekend. They are absolutely humming right now. Cell up top, power position, just raining hellfire down onto P3, but can't get enough damage to allow his subs to move forward, at least not as of yet. Opposite side, Nasty doing the same, and Boston with the moment here over the top of the last 20 seconds.
Yeah, that's a big wave of kills right there for Boston, because maintaining that side of the map that you want for P4.
Long route around the back, but Exton gets the read, shuts it down, and now all of a sudden the Falcons can focus purely on their break from the front. But Snoopy, Cammy, able to combine for a couple. Over the top, nothing there from Exton. A little bit more holiday cheer than holiday clear right there from the Falcons, and Boston will lock things up, getting us back to a tie game.
I don't know if Fred just lagged out there or something, but he was just camping Todd mid, expecting someone from Boston to work on that pinch and allowing his teammates to try to break through the front in a man-down situation. That's what allowed Dre to give me kill number 2. But with the final 20 seconds here, you want to maintain this side of the map, and even though Boston aren't in P1, they're rotating over towards the right side.
Pred trying to lock down the overextension. Snoopy trying to hit a route. It goes high. Puts Pred in the dirt. Exted. 12 seconds to scrap time. Has help nearby as the Falcons are still trying to finesse this, but Cammy, with the help of Nasty, shut down Cell. Scrap time confirmed, and we head our attention back to the outside of Colossus to P3.
Let's go over towards P3. Kismet gonna be here early on. Set up here for Falcons, not really looking at full strength, especially with Purge being on the player on the bench, finding the opening kill. Now you are surrounded by the squad in green, and you're way too cute there if you're Falcons, especially if you're Pred. If you're not giving the communication to your teammate, I've already taken a lot of space. I'm on their side of statue. Someone be in a position to hard block, you don't, and then your teammates also lose a couple of those gunfights. You basically give Boston an opportunity, and they take full advantage of it with those back spawns. Now basically up by 60 as we go into our third set. Purge having himself a field day. Not really pretty in the stat line, sitting at 23 and 20 with only 20 seconds, but he has made big time play after big time play. And now they kill feed the currently lined up white if you want to stand a chance. But Boston playing it safe, keeping the better side of the map off the rotation for themselves with the numbers advantage.
Yeah, a little heat check right there for Cammy with the pistol, and it sets up Snoopy to follow for the trade plus an extra. And that could be how Boston put this map out of reach. Challenge from the front. Kismet actually finds one with the nade and slides to get a second. Cammy on the last one left, and hold on a second. 4-man feed here for Riyadh. Spawns will also move at the same time, but the block from Purge will put
the advantage, and now we can potentially still close it out here at the P2. The Bulldog trying to keep it alive. Cammy there with the AR to take care of him, but here comes Celium, a guy that's very difficult to try to take care of, especially on the map. They're staying alive on 2 in a row.
Good team shots coming through. The Falcons going to give themselves a lifeline. Keep your eye to the minimap. Xnit already moving to new. So this is all about surviving, trying to make sure you get all the scrap time as Celium up and over. Oh, huge.
Closer to that finish line, but now you're technically late off the rotation. Falcons are properly set up. Trophy systems are down. Exit on 2 in a row. Just needs to keep on value in his life while Celium is keeping the cover fire.
Kismet also keeps the pitch safe. Nasty in for some contest. Exnid trusted to stay alive. Here come the rest of Boston through tunnel side. Exid catches one on that same rotation position. Celium over the top. Absolutely frying as Kismet gets his effort back onto the hard point for 2. And the Falcons are still alive. 20 seconds remaining. Riyadh already playing for the next set of map positioning. They need to get to new, and Kismet's not done on 4 in a row. Almost finds number 5. But
kill is only able to get 1. You set up your teammates. Let them know a couple of those players are gonna be weak. We line up 3 in the feed. Falcons in control.
Another 4 spree for Cell. Exton calls the Hellstorm. He's the general now, calling out where Boston's coming from. First shots there for Pred. Follow up in the middle of the map, trying to make its way through. And even though Kismet will drop to the Hellstorm, it'll still be the Falcons spawning up, and Exton didn't get dropped on the tablet. So now he's on 7 in a row, and the Falcons have some clearance to get more time.
And now Purge is working on that route, but instant gets picked up by Pred. The last push from Boston is gonna get shut down. Exit on 10 in a row. Give me kill number 10 towards statue. They need 10 seconds.
He's got the pistol, but shut down. Boston have to go. They need to find a way to contest from the front. Pred not sure which way to look. There's the contest. Can they find the kills? Boston push back. Cammy the last one left. Nasty able to find one more. It's a 1v1 versus Cell. He gets shut down as Exton was spawning close in the Falcons.
Comeback victory. When did you know the hard point was winnable?
I mean, from the start. I mean, we show a lot of fight in our scrims and in our matches. I think a lot of people have been doubting us a little bit, but we're here to play. And I think that as long as we stick to our fundamentals, anything's possible. And right there, I mean, we were down, I don't even know how much, and we just stuck to the game plan, and it unfolded. So.
Kismet, you're in a new environment, man. I got to say, you led the lobby in damage. You were popping off, man. I know a lot of people talk about the other guys, but you can throw down with the best of them. Talk to me about your role on this team, because it seems like, you know, even 2 weeks in, you guys are playing sound Call of Duty up until this point. So talk to me about your role.
I mean, my role is a flex. I mean, I'm looking at it more so as like I'm just more of a vet now. I mean, I'm 26, so I'm just trying to figure out how to make sure that these guys can, you know, showcase their talent and their ability as best they can, and I'm trying to fill the gaps. And I know whenever it comes down to it, I can win a gunfight. So just my role really is just, I mean, obviously the flex, but just making sure that I can, you know, lead these guys as best that I can, and, you know, they do their part. So
In the film room, what is it like with Exton? Because he's playing the best we've ever seen right now from him.
I mean, Suit in the film room, the thing I like a lot about him is he's kind of being a student of the game. He's, you know, he talks when he needs to, but like I've been trying to work with him and talk to him a lot, and so is everybody else, Clay and Mateb and Denz and JP. They've all been talking to him, and he's just been, you know, meshing really well with us and learning. And I think time will tell with him, and he'll just continue getting better and better. I mean, you know, it's only his second year in the league, so it takes time, but he's showing a lot. So
I know this is stuff everybody loves to hear, Kiz, not only from you, but to hear about Exit because of the path that has been for the Riyadh Falcons for the past couple of years. It's been a slow build up these past 2 weeks for you guys. Do you feel like now, is it a thing where like scrims just didn't feel like they were translating, and this was kind of the series that really showcased what you guys were capable of doing? Or has it been kind of a slow stacking of like, okay, we need to fix this, this, and this, and now the fruits of those labors are showing on screen?
yeah, I would say it's like, I mean, it is stacking. Like our scrims have been decent, I'll be honest, but we just started off with 2 really hard matches. I mean, you gotta say LET and Optic are very good. I think that at the beginning, we just kind of lacked a little bit of direction. We were really focused on just trying to prove everybody wrong rather than just focus on our camp. And I think after those first 2 losses, you know, we brought in Mateb for S&D, and we've been really working on that game mode and just realizing that we win the game ourselves. We're not trying to catch up to anyone else or play anyone else's game. And I think now that we have direction, it's been showing a lot. So
So happy to hear.
Kismet, congratulations on the win. We have 2 more matches to go, so unfortunately we have to let you go. Anything you want to say to the fans before the holidays?
Merry Christmas to everybody that's celebrating. I'll be live on Twitch. You got to come show some love, and, you know, let's get some dubs on the board. What did I just say? I just blacked out.
Yeah, no, he's live on Twitch. He's right here. Twitch.tv/Kismet.
5 gifted for the Riyadh Falcons win.